Hey everyone, welcome to Team Renick's July 2025 market update for the Sarasota Manatee counties. The numbers are in. Who's going to win? Is it buyers or sellers? I've got more to share. My name is Mike Renick, and every month I like to dive into the latest data to give you a clear, actionable picture of the market, and then also that allows us to develop a plan. This video is meant to be a start. We're looking from a macro point of view for Sarasota Manatee County. We need to go deeper, but what I want to demonstrate not only what the local market's doing recently, also what a plan is where we would start for our buyers and sellers. So I'd like to get into this. I'm flying solo today, so let's see if I can actually pull this off. If we look at the overall numbers here, and this is just the start, I'm going to go deeper. Number of listings are up, sales are down. That's been the trend lately. Pendings are up, but that's a good sign. Prices down, days on the market are up, and months of inventory are up. So let's dig a little bit deeper and let's start to really look at these numbers here. When we look at this chart, let's look at the units for sale. So over the past 12 months, listings in Sarasota and Manatee counties, they've jumped by over 25%. They've gone from over 9,000 listings to over almost 11,500 currently this year. That's a significant increase. It's showing more homeowners are entering the market. In the last few months, this trend has held strong with inventory growing steadily. The surge means that more choices for buyers, but also means more competition for sellers. If we take a look at the next metric on this chart, the units sold. We saw a slight dip, little over 1%, with 2,006 homes sold in 2025 compared to 2,028 last year, almost a push. The small decline suggests demand is stable, but softening slightly as buyers navigate through more options. Over the past 3 to 4 months, sales have stayed constant, showing buyers are still active but selective. If we look at the last metric on this chart, it's pending. Pending sales tell us more about buyer momentum. The news is positive. Pendings are up almost 7% year over year. The growth, especially noticed in recent months, shows buyers are jumping in, likely drawn by better affordability and more inventory. It's a sign of building demand, and we're watching this closely. Let's jump to the next chart here. Price. We're asked about price all the time. It's a very important metric. I get that. This is average price dollar per square foot. That puts all sales on an apple kind of comparison. The average sale price dropped almost 8% from $330 in 2024 to $305 this year. The shift improves affordability for buyers, but signals to the sellers that we have to price strategically. In the last few months, prices have stabilized at this level, reflecting a market adjusting to higher inventory. Looking at the next metric, move the slide there. Days on the market. This shows how fast homes are moving. Average days on the market rose almost 5% from 81 days last year to 85 this year. Homes are selling steadily, but the slight increase shows buyers are taking their time. Months of inventory, looking at the last metric that we have in the charts. We'll move to the next chart. We show that the months of inventory climbed almost 27% to 5.7 months, putting us in a balanced market, neither fully favoring buyers or sellers. For context, if it's under 3 months, it's considered a seller's market. If it's over 6 months, it's a buyer's market. We're close to that top end, though, where it could be considered a buyer's market very shortly. So those are the numbers. This is where we stand. But that's the beginning, and that's not the important message here. The important message is, what does this mean for you as a buyer or a seller? And let's take a look at this kind of thing. And when we go through this, let's talk about what our plan is for sellers. Now, again, like I said, this is just the beginning. Every broker, if they're doing their job and if they're worth their money, has to have a plan that, one, listens to what your objectives are, what you're trying to accomplish, whether you're a buyer or a seller, takes the current market data down to the area you're looking at, whether it's subdivisions, condo associations. You need to come deeper than these numbers here. And then they need to put together a plan that's going to work for you. So overall, we would start with this from a seller perspective. Let's look at pricing. With median prices down almost 8% and inventory up a little over 25%, price competitively to attract buyers browsing a wider selection is no longer optional. If you want to sell your home, it's got to be priced at market. We need to align the listings with recent sales data to avoid overpricing, which reflects extended days on the market. And for sellers out there, we have recently taken some listings that were priced a little bit above market. We show the data, but the seller agreed to ratchet it down if we couldn't generate the traffic they needed. And that's proven to work out really well. But let's talk about the next thing is the optimal listing timing. The almost 7% rise in pending suggests buyer interest is strong right now, particularly during the summer months. Even though we're more seasonal in the winter, things are strong right now relatively anyway. Let's list now to capture the momentum before inventory grows further, potentially strengthening days on the market or pushing prices lower. Staging and market enhancements. With over 11,000 listings on the market, professional staging and high-quality visuals are critical to stand out. Highlight unique features to appeal to buyers. An increase in months of inventory, almost 6 months right now, indicates more competition. What this means is we need to tell your story. What's unique about your home? And I start out by asking, why did you buy this? What do you like about it? And we craft a story from there, because many of the attributes that got you to buy this home, why you like it, is going to be the attributes that your next buyer is looking for. So that's just the beginning of what we do, but it's plain old-fashioned hard work. Let's take a look at right now on the buy side. Timing and urgency. The 7% increase in pending signals rising buyer activity. Act promptly to secure properties before competition intensifies, especially if days on the market remain moderate at 85 days, indicating well-priced homes sell steadily. So buyers who are in the market, there's some great opportunities out there right now, but as we continue to go through the shifts that we're going through, it may not last that way. So we want to take a look at that and take a look at that now. Offer strategic and pricing positioning. So with median prices down almost 8%, the target prices at or below this range, we want to look at prices at or below this range to maximize value. We want to use the 25% inventory increase to negotiate as sellers face more competition. And the last thing, navigating the competition, the balanced months of inventory of almost 6% offers leverage, but rising pending suggests growing demand. Submit strong, clean offers on properties lingering around the 85-day mark to secure favorable terms. So let me summarize on the sell side. It's about telling your story. Like I said, it's about separating your property from the others. It's about showing the attributes. And we use not only the latest tools, but we use plain old-fashioned hard work, whether it's on the buy side or the sell side. That's what really separates Team Renick from some of the competitors out there. We do the deep dive, we roll up our sleeves, and we work around the clock to make sure you achieve your objectives. Homes are selling right now. They're not selling as fast. They're not selling for the price. With the supply up there, we have to position everything so that you're competitively priced and we get your home sold. On the buy side, it's a little bit more in your favor than it's been. You've got time here as the amount of listings stay high. We can make sure that we find the right home for you. So again, this is just a high-level summary. Let's go deeper. Give me an opportunity to roll up my sleeves and show you what we can do here at Team Renick, why we're different, why we're somebody you want to do business with. Let me leave you my personal cell. I want to be available when you need me, not the other way around, because that's the way it's supposed to work. My personal cell is 941-400-8735. So in closing, let's go to work. Let's take a look at the data. Let's find the property that you're looking for if you're a buyer. If you're a seller, let's get that home priced and marketed appropriately, and let's get the job done. No excuses, no failures. It's all about hard work.